Hey, Andrew Himes here. Today we're at Workhorse Brewing Company here in King of Prussia. Talk a little bit with Dan about what makes them a little bit different and remind you that it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. Cheers.
Cheers, man. So we were really excited to land in King of Prussia. It's an area very much on the upswing and with terrific customer and distribution access. So we really think King of Prussia is really a great spot for a brewery. A lot of really excitable craft beer fans and a lot of folks who are looking to kind of maybe end their shopping at a place with a nice cold beverage.
Nice, nice. So I know you have a ton of square footage here. What's your plans for all the usage of the
So our big picture here is that we want to be a regional production facility. So we built this out from day one to really accommodate for our future growth. So the biggest goal was, after talking to a lot of different breweries, what we heard is that they weren't able to scale. So they didn't have big enough facility, they didn't have big enough brew house, they didn't have access to growth. So we said from day one, we really want to make sure that that's not an issue. So we have 70,000 square feet worth of space here. We're using maybe a third of that right now. We want to scale our production side, add a variety of new event spaces and customer facing initiatives over the next few years.
Awesome. Let's take a look around and see what you guys have to offer.
Awesome.
All right, good deal. So tell me a little bit about the styles of beers that you offer. Do you have any like house ones that are always on tap?
So our whole concept here at Workhorse is accessible, approachable craft. So actually right behind you is our current draft list. We try to keep things a core amount of beers that are on year round as well as a couple seasonals. So we try to brew beers that are traditional, brewed to style. So while there are other breweries that are going to be chasing those trends, whether it's your milkshake IPA or your lactose infused beverage, for us it's always about clean, crisp, traditional, drinkable beers. I want you to be able to sit here and enjoy a couple of them as you spend time at our tap room. So you'll notice we've got 5 UHD TVs set up here. So we're Philly sports guys. We want to put the game on. Let's watch the game. Nice. I've got shuffleboard over here. It's my personal favorite bar game. So give some folks options there. There's a Pop-A-Shot basketball hoop. We've got cornhole boards set up in our event space. We've got kids games, board games, card games, anything to keep yourself occupied for a couple hours. We want people to hang out. We don't have a restaurant here, so we do serve snacks at our bar. We also have rotating food trucks outside, and guests are welcome to bring their own food or order in. So there are a plethora of amazing restaurants in KOP. We want to support our partners for sure.
Sure thing. So with all of your beers, does the brewer have full
so
on what he creates?
I'll tell you a little bit more about Nate, our brewer, when we get back to the production area, but he's been in the industry for 10 years, most recently running the production facility at Devil's Backbone. So he comes to us with a wealth of knowledge and a ton of experience, and the way our business works out is that I kind of handle front of house stuff, Nate handles back of house. He has total autonomy to create what he wants as long as we're all on the same page about what represents the Workhorse brand.
Awesome. Let's go check it out.
Let's do it.
All right.
Enjoying our first sip of beer. The main goal here was to build a regional production facility. So in order to do that, you can't grow without quality. So every decision that we've made has been, how do we brew the best quality product? So it starts with a brewer like Nate, who's got the experience and the know-how, but also giving him the best tools around. So this system that you see here is a 30-barrel fully automated system from a company called Rolec. They're a German manufacturer. They build brew houses for companies like Lagunitas, Stone, Surly, Two Roads. So your top regional and national players, we know them very well because Nate, when he was at Victory and Devil's Backbone, worked hand in hand with that organization to help design the systems that they brewed on at Devil's Backbone. And Rolec has actually sent him as far away as Japan to help them commission breweries. So this is all custom designed, all to the spec that he's looking for. So it actually, at this size as well, while at the end of the day your capacity is determined on your cellar space, we have enough capacity in the brew house side to brew more beer than Yards is brewing right now. You could brew 60,000 barrels of beer on this system a year.
Wow. So in perspective for people that might not know what a barrel of beer is.
Sure. So I'm sure like me, we've never done a keg stand before, right? Just our friends who've told us about it. The ones that people would do those on, those are a half barrel, your traditional keg. So imagine 2 of those is 1 barrel. 30 barrels of those in a batch, so 60 kegs in a system like that. It's 931 gallons of beer.
Wow. Sounds like a good afternoon.
Yeah. Cheers to that kind of afternoon.
So tell me a little bit about this area of the brewery.
Yeah, so this is the mill. So this is the first step of the brewing process. So while everything out front is automated, this is actually still a manual process. So Nate will come back to this first hopper and drop in 55-pound sacks of malt. We'll go through a series of refinements. The big boy over there is called the grist mill. That's kind of the last step before it makes its way into the first brew house vessel, where it begins its journey to become beer.
That's the best. Gotta have the first step. Tell me a little bit about the van you got going on here.
So one of the things that we're super excited about is this van. It's fully refrigerated, obviously fully wrapped from a branding standpoint. That's my background, so I love to see this thing out and about. The really cool thing about it is that in addition to being our distribution vehicle, because it's fully refrigerated, that's how we transport our product. It can fit 32 half barrels of beer in there, so pretty sizable operation to, to move out of this truck, but also it has these 6 draft lines on the side. So we can attach tap handles, go out and work festivals and events. You can also pull up to your driveway if you're looking to have a fun Saturday afternoon.
That was going to be my question. So if I called you and said, hey, I want to do an event, you know, at, let's say, in King of Prussia.
Sure.
We can rent that.
You can rent the truck. You would buy the kegs wholesale. You would rent the truck. You would rent a staffer, and you would have us for a couple hours and drink ice cold draft beer.
Can't beat that.
No, you cannot.
On demand. All right. Nice. So do you do anything outside of your brewery as far as can someone go somewhere else and have any of your beers?
You can. So we're now distributing. We're in about 3 dozen accounts in and around the greater Philadelphia area, adding more every day. And our goal, obviously, is to be all over this great state pouring beer for people in a variety of different locations. But obviously, it all emanates right from here where the beer is cold stored. So take a look at the walk-in. This is where you want to edit the if I could open the door. So everything that we have, once it's packaged, it's always stored cold. It's really important for us to ensure that the quality of the product maintains the longest possible shelf life. So keeping it cold from packaging, everything from our bar runs directly from that draft line on the wall as well. It goes up over the top, down into the bar. We have 24 draft lines right now. Pour our own beer, but we also pour draft wine, draft cider, and draft cocktails. So if you're not into beer, totally cool. We have no problem once you come hang out and enjoy your experience, whatever it is you want to drink.
Nice, that's awesome. So with a space like this, how much staff do you have?
So we still run pretty lean. We only have 4 full-time people running the operation, Nate doing everything back in production, but we're definitely looking to add. We'll be adding sales bodies, be adding some taproom folks. We have about 10 to 12 bartenders that work here. We have a distribution driver, but yeah, we're excited to add more talented people who craft beer fans.
Nice. So when are you guys open? When can people come and see you?
So we are now open 7 days a week. So we are open Monday to Thursday from 4 to 10 p.m. We are open Friday and Saturday until midnight, and then we're open on Sunday from like 11 to 10. So come watch your football games. You got free Wi-Fi, plugins at the bar, play Red Zone when the Eagles aren't on. So a lot of good stuff going on.
Nice. Well, my beer's empty. Must mean our time here is done. But I want to thank Dan again for having us. And again, cheers for what little bit's left.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks.